Hi, it's Violet, and it's time for you to get everything you want. And this is your Sunday sermon. I need you to take this message and tuck it into your heart and start to visualize exactly what your week is going to be. Because you control your reality. I need you to visualize it and feel it and know that you can control your reality because you actually do. One of the greatest tricks this matrix control ever spun was to make you feel ordinary, to plug you into a 9 to 5, to make you tired, distracted, and confused, because then you wouldn't think about who you are. So I need you to remember your divine power. I know you've forgotten, but I need you to remember right now. I need you to remember who you are and why you came here. I need you to remember more than ever in the power of that in which you are. So it's Sunday, and I want to get you so amped up because you are the operant power in your life. And I know maybe you haven't been, or you didn't realize you had the power, or maybe you just never knew you had the power, or you've forgotten, whatever it may be. I don't care if you got stuck in some relationship, some friendship, some situation, some fucking place where you didn't have the power and you were like, the world is just happening to me. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know what's going on. Whatever happened, I need you right now in this moment to remember and to know and to realize and to harness and to embody and to be the fucking power that moves worlds, because you move the world. You move your world. You move your reality. And I know if you've ever felt powerless, and it can feel strange to be like, I'm claiming my power. Like, it's a scary thing, right? Because like, we're programmed to not feel powerful. We're programmed to think that we have to work a certain amount of hours to make a certain amount of money. We're programmed to think that we have to do that thing to get that love. We're programmed to think all these things that don't feel right in our bodies. And it can be scary. You know, the frequency of being powerful and owning your power and knowing that you move worlds can feel like open, expansive, maybe scary, weird, especially if you felt your whole life has been led. You've led yourself or been in survival mode. So I know it can feel like you're afraid to be powerful. You're afraid to be like, no, I'm doing this. This is what I want to do. This is what I can do. Like, not a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people are just plugged in and like, well, this is just how it is. This is not fucking how it is. You are going to make it how it is. You are going to be in your power today. You are going to be in your power this week. You are going to speak the truth. You're going to do what is best for you. You're going to put yourself first. You're not going to be in survival mode. And I know that it can feel like when things get too good and too delicious, it might feel like, oh my God, I might lose this. And that's like the wrong way to think about it, because life has its own rhythm. It has its own flow, just like you do. You can't be on, you can't be blooming, you can't be like doing all the time. That is from a place of scarcity and lack. And you need to know that this experience, the flow is the high and the low. I could be in my house just going off the fucking rails and being upset and being sad. And then 5 minutes later, I could be fine. And I don't judge myself. It's part of the experience. Get used to not judging yourself. Get used to having compassion for yourself. The high and the low is the flow. No matter how you feel, or if you go back and forth with whatever you're going, no one stays in one dominant frequency or one dominant story all the time. It's something that you practice and you learn to do more of. So now that you know the high and the low is the flow, please look at how far you've come. You've come so fucking far, and I know that sometimes it feels so hard and it sucks. You're like, I'm sick of this shit. But you've been winning. You've been winning your whole fucking life. Do you even realize how you've been winning? And you're going to continue to win. And I know that you're going to continue to win because you're going to program your mind with a strong foundation. And this week, all you're going to think about is that I always fucking win. I always get what I want. And the law of assumption is going to give it to you. Everything is always working out for you and you will always win. Keep that in mind this week as you're moving through the day and you're doing your work and you're stacking money and you're doing what you do. As you begin to realize that you can trust yourself, you can trust this path, you'll start to feel like this excitement, right? Like you're more in control, and you really are. And yes, there are mile markers along the path that maybe we have no control over, that we signed up for, things that we have to pass through that we don't want to, that we're fearful of. But for the most part, you're going to control what you can control, and that's power in itself. And you're going to let go of what you can't control, and that's power in itself. So trust your path. It's going to be exciting because you're going to keep showing up and you're going to keep challenging your own mind, and you're going to challenge the narratives that have claimed you for so long. Ask yourself, is this even real? Is this even true? Why do I keep thinking this? If it's not aligned with you feeling good and living your best life, I need you to fucking let it go. And I know that's scary because you have this idea of who you are and who you've been. And it feels strange to be like, I'm not sure who I am, but you're going to do it. And ultimately, in your heart, I want you to really believe in who you are. And I need you to believe in who you are right now. It doesn't matter if you get that fucking thing or you don't get that thing, or if you feel like you get rejected. It doesn't matter. I need you to have things inside of you that cannot be challenged. You are worthy and it's always working out for you. I need you to remember that this week. And I need you to believe now that you are perfectly divine, that you don't have to wait in time to see what the universe is going to show you. It's not up for debate. It doesn't matter what happened in the past or how people treated you. You are perfectly divine. You're perfectly you. You're amazing. You're out here in this wild world on this planet. Nobody knows what the fuck is happening, and you're learning and you're playing and you're experiencing and you're honestly doing fucking great. You're doing so great. You got to remind yourself that no matter what you're going through, you're doing great. And you don't need someone to choose you, and you don't need to get that thing. You don't need anything to happen right now for you to know that you're the operant power, that you control your reality, that you're worthy. So I need you to do this thing. I need you to choose yourself this week. I need you to choose yourself first. And your reality will start slowly reflecting back to you. There's going to be a 3D lag. And you're going to be like, oh, I don't feel like anything's changing even though I'm changing. But it is, I promise you. So choose you in every view this week. Put yourself first. You don't need to do things to earn love and respect. I need you to reflect on this, like deeply, okay? Every time you challenge a narrative and a belief that carries a certain frequency, you decide you no longer want this anymore. You decide, like, I don't believe that anymore. I don't want to have to work for love. I don't want to have to work a certain amount of hours to make a certain amount of money. You start challenging what you've been thinking and things start changing. You start like bending and breaking the rules of your reality. And all of a sudden, you're able to do more. You're able to open the space. So I need you to challenge everything that you're thinking. Don't go into this week thinking the same shit that you've been thinking. It's getting you the same reality. So just start making the decision that you are the operant power, and you can challenge yourself. You can challenge your mind. You can challenge your reality. You can challenge whatever you want. Don't get stuck in the old stories and thoughts. Put yourself first this week and ask, what is possible for me? And keep asking it and then start answering it. I believe that anything is possible for me. I can transcend and overcome anything because I'm the operant power. I control my reality, and you do control your reality. And you're never alone. And I know that it can feel lonely, especially if you're single or maybe you don't have family, but you're not alone. You have spirits and guides and other divine oneness with source and beings that are around you because you're so powerful and you can really do anything. And I know that it's hard to like start thinking this because maybe you're like, what is she talking about? But the more you start thinking about it, the more you start like, it becomes the fabric of your reality, and then you start seeing it in your reality. And whatever that one thing is that you've been scared to do this week, do it. You've been putting it off, but it's going to help you win. And the universe favors the bold and the ones that take action. I promise you that. So if it keeps coming up and you keep thinking, I should really do this thing, or I should research that thing, or I should go here, I should do that, do it. It's spirit whispering in your ear and giving you the direction. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. I love you and I see you. And you better live your best fucking week, your best. I'm getting so amped up, I can't even talk. You better live your best life this week and let no one and nothing stop you. You are the fucking operant power. And I want you to know, because I don't want you to look back on your deathbed and be like, oh, I regretted that I didn't take that chance or I didn't do that thing. Like, don't have regrets. Fear is part of the path, but never let it stop you. Do not get in your bullshit this week. Everything is working out for you. You are the operant power. And if you'd like to work with me, send me a message at v@violetblack.com. I have hourly and weekly and monthly coaching rates, and they're reasonable and they're just for you.